We'll be recording this, so we'll actually have a replay if anyone missed any information, but try to jot down some information that you'll actually be able to send to, share it in other people. So on the first slide, you actually see at the top, you see me with my hands up. I am the platform builder. I am Dr. Renee Sunday. And what the webinar will be about is being a media rock star. The whole premise of brand that I have with my media is we want you to be seen, be heard, and guess what? We want you to get paid. And I am known as the platform builder, and I do a lot of media coaching. And what that is to let people shine their light to the world so people can actually be on radio and TV. But before you get on there, we have to make sure your mindset is right. We have to make sure that you actually know what you need to say in front of the crowd, that they actually can become part of your tribe, that they actually can be loyal clients, and they continue to book you over and over. So that's the main premise that we want to talk about this evening. But we're going to get started. And if you have any questions, put them in the chat. And if not, put them in, inbox me in Facebook, and we'll, of course, make sure we'll get all the questions answered. Now, this will be an interactive session. So if we can't get my team is looking at this chat now. If they can't get that, and I can see what you're saying, what we'll do is we'll unmute your phone that you can ask your question live. Okay? All right. So I am the platform builder, and I'm a media coach. My name is Dr. Renee Sunday. I'm actually also a minister, so a lot of times you may see on social media that I say Minister Dr. Renee Sunday, but I'm actually an anesthesiologist. I've been practicing anesthesia for about 15 years, almost 16 years. I'm a speaker, motivational speaker. I'm a best-selling author. We need to change that, put best-selling author, because I'm a best-selling author. I'm actually a publisher, and I'm a host of Good Deeds Radio and TV show, and we're based out of Atlanta. But my whole mission, my whole purpose, the reason I was created was to help others share their message with the world, to help you share your message with the world. That's why, guess what? That's why I was created. And I always have a smile on my face because, things are much better than we think. We have to always remember that. And it's one more thing, my team said, if anyone has any questions, please put them in the chat. We got the chat working pretty nicely now. As anyone knows how, technology, it keeps you on your toes, amen? Okay. Now, being the platform builder and being the host of Good Deeds Radio and television show, I have the awesome opportunity of being on several platforms, from the pre-Grammy Award celebration, the Black Women in Jazz, Women Boss Empowerment. I mean, the list go on and on. Atlanta Boss, reality show, because, in Atlanta, there's a lot of reality shows. Power to Overcome session. We know Mega Fest and Women Die Loose is with Bishop T.D. Jakes. We've also have celebrated parties, birthday celebrations, Atlanta Housewives, which everyone can relate with it when they talk about Atlanta. And awareness, we also have a platform that we talk about awareness, HIV and AIDS awareness we talk about. The X Experience Connection is a major women's networking group that's in Atlanta that we actually go out and we actually interview their women, so they can share their business to the world. Now, a lot of people know Coco Brother. He's a big media personality, and now he's out in the community advancing things for kids here in the Atlanta area. Excuse me. And so I always have us on his platform, the Harlem Fine Arts Show, which goes to New York and all over the world. We're part of that. When you release your book, Soulgasm, for men and for women, we actually had the opportunity of interviewing them. And also the big event that's here in Atlanta a lot is the nonprofit Trinity Awards. Actually, I have the opportunity of actually being doing media and also actually being a presenter. And the professional women entrepreneurs actually coming up, I have an awesome opportunity of speaking at not one but two of the events here in the Atlanta area. So make sure you continue to stay in connection with us so we can actually let you know about those events. But all of these things, I just want to let you know that, you know, Good Deeds Radio and TV show have had the awesome opportunity, and me being the host, to be in front of a lot of people. The thing about it is, when you create your tribe, you actually respect people, you network with people, you see what things they need in their business, and you actually make sure if you don't take care of it, actually somebody else can in your circle. So that's the most important thing, is helping somebody else out. Now, how many people know who this lady is? Put it in the chat or raise your hand if you know who this young lady is. Of course, everybody knows who Oprah Winfrey is. I actually had the awesome opportunity within less than 1 year of me being the host of Good Deeds Radio and TV show. I had the awesome opportunity of actually being on her platform, the Life You Want tour, actually, when she came to Atlanta. So that actually was the main thing that propelled my business, my experience as being the platform builder to a whole nother level when that opportunity came up. And, you know, I counted a joy. Her team was very nice. They treated me just like I was a CNN person. They didn't treat me any different because I had, you know, they actually asked for my credentials, and I actually was one of the people that was picked that I actually could be a part of their team. So that was a true accolade or blessing that actually, and this is some of the pictures of the actual tour that was here in Atlanta. It was packed, and we had the awesome opportunity of being in the media section, being with her team. So we actually was there with Oprah Winfrey's team, and it's amazing. You have technology, yes, and that's why I think I became a Mac person, because everybody on her team had a Mac computer, and it was doing so many things, and so I really count that as a joy and a privilege of doing that. So this webinar today, we're going to actually ask, and some people put it in the chat, or you can raise your hand if you actually want to tell us what your elevator pitch is. Now, people say, what is the elevator pitch? The elevator pitch is, what is your mission for your business? What is your mission for your business? You can put it in the chat, or if you raise your hand, I'll unmute your phone, and you can actually say it through the telephone. But keep in mind with your background, because if you're in a loud background, it's actually going to say. Okay, Miss Donna has. Okay. Okay, Miss Donna, tell us what your elevator pitch is. Do you mind sharing? Okay, she must have her phone muted. Okay. What about Miss Brandy? Miss Brandy, would you like to share what your mission statement of why you're in your business? Seems like everybody's muted. Their telephones are muted. Let's see what Miss Rhonda. Miss Rhonda, can you hear me? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us what your mission and your purpose is for your. Yes, let us know.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'll just pretend I'm in a group. Hang on. Hi, everyone. My name is Rhonda R. Hudgens Bundy, and my company is RRH Enterprises Unlimited. And the main focus that we have is a networking group called Metro ATL and Beyond, where our goal is to connect you with the people and resources you need to grow beyond your expectations.
I like that. Now, anybody else want to volunteer? Everybody's quiet tonight, but I understand. That is amazing. Let me actually put the rest of the things up. Now, let me dissect Rhonda for a minute. Rhonda actually told us the name of her business. She actually told us the number 2, the problems that that the people have, and she actually also told us the solution as well. So, Rhonda, you own it, because a lot of people don't tell us what they saw. And literally, as that picture shows you, when that door opens back up to the next floor, you're supposed to have told the person what you do to serve your people, what problem that you take care of. So thank you so much, Rhonda. That was very powerful. Is anybody else want to volunteer?
You're
Tell us what
welcome.
your
I've had lots of
elevator pitch.
practice.
Hey, that's a great job. Great job. Okay, Miss Erica, do you want to tell us what your elevator pitch is, your mission of your business? Now, a lot of people seem like they have their phone muted. So we'll continue. But the whole thing I want to let you know, there are three elements of the elevator pitch. One is, what is your name? Rhonda said it so wonderful. She told us what her name was. She told us what her business was. And then she actually told us the problem that she solved. Actually, I have several different elevator pitches depending on what kind of situation I am. If I have to say it real quick, if I have 5 minutes, I have 1 minute, I have 2 minutes. Most of the time I tell people is I help people shine their light to the world. Or I say I help people share their message to the world through radio and TV. Because a lot of people say, what light is? Are you around people that really know what I'm saying with light? You can't just assume they know what that is. And sometimes I just tell people I'm a platform builder and I help build people that they actually can walk in their purpose. And that's a big umbrella, but it kind of depends on what setting I am that I change up not saying I change my mission that I do or the purpose, but I actually extend it or I make it even smaller, okay? Then, so you're solving the problem. You have to solve a problem in your business. We can even look at Apple. We can look at McDonald's. Guess what? McDonald's, it solves a problem that we hungry, we want what's on their need. So that's why we go. We go to Apple products because Apple has really changed technology amazing in regards of our cell phones, in regards of our laptops, and in regards of our iPads. So that's why we go to them. So the thing about it is we need to make sure that somebody can come to you and say, hey, this is what I do for your business. If you actually a networker, that's your business. If you actually sell jewelry, you need to be able to say the jewelry that you sell goes for age 20 to 50. If it's that range, because 20-year-olds dress totally different than 50-year-olds. So you need to actually know that difference in your market. Okay? Now, the last thing is what benefit. Now, how are you going to service them? How are you going to benefit them that their problem is taken care of? Okay, so when people come to me for purpose coaching, we identify their purpose, and we identify at least one purpose that we actually can move forward that actually will end up giving them revenue. So that's the key. You can have a hobby for a minute. Even the IRS gives you it gives you a couple of years, maybe 3 years on your taxes, but you got to actually end up making revenue. Now I know it's a building block because some businesses, especially if it's a brick and mortar, they don't really make a lot of money till maybe 7 to 10 years. But the point is you need to be moving up the ladder that you actually can have revenue, that you get your ROI, and we know what that is, return on our investment. We need to make sure they are close together, and we need to make not spending so much that we're not getting a return on the investment. That's what I'm saying. Now, everybody that hasn't said it, you need to put it in the chat. What's your elevator pitch, your mission? It seems like a lot of people are doing, this and not to tell on somebody, but the dashboard is a lot of people are actually calling from their phone. So I understand that. So they may be in transition. So they may not can actually type it in there. So I understand that. So, but please let us know I want to know what things you do. What's your mission? So actually, if some people I know, we can connect you and we can actually help you move your business forward. So that's why we want to know, because the main thing is you don't want to have a business that's the best kept secret. Okay, you don't want that. Okay. Now, why do you want media exposure? Anybody want to take a grab on that? Put it in the chat. If anybody, the chat's working good now. It's working on up. Now, if you have your handout, it actually is available. Let me see if I'm going to see if I can send it to everybody again. Okay, there it is. We sent it via email to everybody again. Okay. Now John put his mission. Let's go back. John put his mission is to give small business a platform to showcase their products and services to the community. I like that. And then John said, yeah, that was Oprah. So we got the chat working now. It was not working good. Okay, and then John has his mission there. And okay, Brandy, put your mission statement in there so we can see what you're doing. But I love to connect people. Oh, wow. Now, make sure you fill out your worksheet. The worksheet, it said that what's your elevator pitch. But I kind of want to know what that is. So if I have somebody that you need to network with, I'll let you know as well. So but why do you want media exposure? Now, anybody have an idea why you want? Okay, I'm going to put one up here. Guess what? You want to share your story. Now I know, yes, when you get a business, it actually uses something that you've been through that you want to actually make better in the world. The things you want to actually bring joy to the world. Something that makes you feel so good inside that you actually want to share your message with the world. So share your story. Now, with my platform, I actually have a publishing company, and we do that. You know, we actually have collaboration books that we actually help people share their mission with the world. Now, a lot of people actually got this question today, and I'll chime on it just a little bit. People say, why do you do collaborations? Now, collaborations are great for a new author, and all published authors as well, because guess what? You're only responsible for one chapter. That is one chapter. And sometimes one chapter is only 5 final pages. So guess what? That is not that much. So that is much easier to do that, guess what, than writing the whole book. So actually in the manifestations now, each person had a chapter. And guess what? The marketing strategies we use with the Sunday Publishing Company made all of the authors, guess what, best-selling authors. Amen. Yeah. Isn't that exciting? What y'all think about that? Isn't that good? So if you do a collaboration book or a project, actually everybody gets the great benefits of, isn't it wonderful? Yeah, somebody says it's wonderful. Everybody gets the benefits of actually the marketing. So that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. Somebody said, okay. Rhonda says media exposure gets your name out to people that otherwise would not. That's right. That was actually my next thing. It increased your potential clients, and then the next thing, of course, the bottom line is increase your revenue. Now, I always say this motto is if you do the right things, money will chase you down. And I really believe in that. That's me. I mean, because that has happened in my own life. I really have, as the Bible says, witty inventions. I mean, things come up. Actually, last night I got another witty invention. Things that that my team, I'm gonna wear them out with. But anyway, I'm saying wear them out, but they love helping me bring vision to the things that have been coming in my spirit. But the thing about it, if you share your story, because I guarantee the networking events that Rhonda and John, since they really that's they networking is kind of their niche, that they overall do networking, that they have to share their story. I actually, it's kind of interesting on my journey how I became to share my story is because I actually was in a multi-level marketing group. And so you actually have to be able to share your story. And so that's how I actually got into it. And then all the other things that I'm doing now, it was just kind of interesting of how that all panned out. But you want media exposure that you can share your story. You're going to increase your brand visibility. You're going to increase your brand awareness, which increases clients, increases revenue. Now, I always tell people, when you're on a radio show, do not worry about how many people on the radio show. Please don't, because you never know who that one person is. If anybody knows Tyler Perry, y'all know Tyler Perry, that's what happened to him. This one person really saw value in him, and that's how his career took off, because he had several plays where nobody was there, 10 people was there, and now they are all sold out. Okay, same thing I've heard about, Pastor Clifford Dollar. They had 20 members. Now it's amazing, 30,000 people. Oprah Winfrey says the same thing. Ellen DeGeneres said when they first started, the same thing, that they had 10 people. Nobody would follow them on social media. Isn't that amazing? Because, social media was so, new then. But we all want media exposure because we do not want to be the best kept secret. Anybody agree with me? Say yes in the chat. But do you have a hot media rock star brand? That's what we're going to talk about. That was the 3 things that we were going to focus on in the webinar. Do you have a hot media rock star brand? And if we see this apple anywhere, we know what that apple is all about. We know if we see the golden arches, we know what that's all about, right? Oh, wow. Amen. That's Rhonda a mess. But see, okay, so this is what I want you to do. Make a check on these now and your own brand. Do you have a promise to your client? Meaning, do you say a guarantee of what you're going to do? Are you, I know, one thing about advertising and promotion, you never know what the return is going to be on that. But you have to entrust that they have a platform that you can get your return on your investment. But you, as your business, you need to have a promise to your customers that you're going to have credibility, that you're going to do things with a spirit of excellence, that your products, if you have an actual digital product, is what it said it is. If you have an actual product that you mail to people, that it will get there when it's said. You say it's going to get there. Number 2, that it's going to be of value. It's not going to break. And if it does break, you're going to actually, tell them that you will send them another one. See, just customer service. I'm real big on customer service. Anybody that knows me, I'm going to let you know I'm really big on that. But this, what you got to remember, is Apple. That Apple is nothing to play with. That McDonald's, Burger King. They name, they design, they symbols that identifies one seller's goods or products. So this is your brand. Now, people know me as the platform builder. People know me as Good Deeds Radio and TV show. But I have to be mindful. If you look at my brand, 9 times out of 10, I try my best, especially when I go out and speak, that I'm in bright colors, or, if it's winter, I tend to wear blue or something to that effect. But the thing about it is my brand is just at the top, like those slides. It's that burnt orange, yellow, or sometimes if I'm doing a women's event or church event, I usually use purple. But my brand tends to be consistent. And your brand should be consistent as well. Like Apple. Apple will have that apple on every product. So every product that I do will have that Dr. Renee Sunday on there somewhere. Any event that I do, Dr. Renee Sunday, the platform builder, is going to be there somewhere. And it tends going to have bright colors. Okay? Everybody understand what I'm saying? Amen. Okay. Now, the next thing is, guess what? You have to make a difference. You actually have to be unique in your brand. So let's say, what's the difference between, I have a great one. What's the difference between McDonald's a lot of times and Chick-fil-A? I mean, I know McDonald's can have hamburgers, but we're talking like, we said specifically the chicken sandwich. I know the difference as soon as I come in the door. It's customer service. Tends to be a little bit better. I'm not knocking McDonald's, of course, now. That it tends to be a little bit better. They call your name. They actually, when you give them your credit card, if you go to a place that still does that, they will say your name when they return it. So, and they always very polite. If you think about it, most Chick-fil-A ask for your last name. They don't ask for your first name. That's just out of respect. Out of respect, okay? Yes, yes. So you got to do something that's different. And usually the different comes in, guess what? In the customer service and the presentation. Now, I always tell people, okay, yes, I'm a media coach. Well, how am I different from any other media personality? I bring my personality. So an interview or a class with me is going to be totally different with someone else that's not. And I'm not being boastful, but I know it's going to be a different because I bring different things to the plate. I bring my personality. I'm all in your face. I really enjoy helping people because it brings me joy when you're actually walking in your purpose. Are you guys here with me? Now, what do you see in this picture that actually stands out? Anybody want to take a guess what stands out in this picture? Actually, even the dog is doing it. What stands out in this picture? I'm going to give you a minute. What stands out in this picture? There you go. That Rhonda, you own it. Even the dog is smiling. Oh, my God. Even the dog is smiling. Everybody is happy. So this is what your clients need to be when they come to you. But see, I throw that word up there, what, competition. Don't worry about competition. Yeah, it's going to be there, but you need to make sure your customers are happy. You need to make sure you're in the right niche, meaning the customers that you serving. Don't worry about the competition. You need to be aware of them. Of course, Burger King is aware of McDonald's. Of course, Apple is still aware of the different Samsung and all the different LG products. So yeah, but Apple stands by itself. And I'm not, I guess I'm kind of telling I am an Apple person. I just became an iPhone person maybe about almost a year ago. So so that's kind of new. And then that's what Miss Erica said as well, that they happy. You need to make sure that you show people your brand as being happy. But let me just diverse for a minute. Your brand will not stand out in your business if you're not a happy person at home. Now, that takes time if you've been through a traumatic situation, if you've been through something that wasn't pleasing to you. There are a lot of counselors out there. I'm actually a grief counselor as well. I don't really advertise that a lot, but people because I counsel people all the time, even in my media coaching and my publishing, because all of us got stuff we got to deal with. So, so I kind of take care of it all in one. I do service some funeral homes and stuff like that, but I usually don't really advertise that. But competition, don't worry about competition. It's going to be there. You only have a solution to the problem. Now, I know I said that before, but that is important. A lot of times the purpose you're in is the pain that you've been through. Okay? You got to solve the problem. Let me tell you what people will pay a lot of money, and I mean that, if you solve a problem. I know, because you say the client's not coming. Yes, they will if you solve a problem. But they gotta, what the survey says they got to actually see your presentation at least 7 to 8 times to actually want to get an interest in you. Then they may come back again and click it, but don't even let the payment go through. And then finally, they may let the payment go through. The thing is, you got to make sure you're compassionate. You got to make sure you're consistent, and you got to make sure you're authentic. Because they don't want to see you one way and then see you a different way at a lot of it. It's so funny, people, when they meet me in public from Facebook or something like that, they say, oh, my God, you just like you on Facebook. So I love that. So the benefits of the solution, you got to give people benefits. People want to know, but I hate to say it, they want to know what it is what they going to get out of it. What is it for them? That's what they want to know. That's what they want to know. So you got to actually do that. But think about it. If you go to the restaurant right now and order a steak, but then they bring out chicken, you're going to be like, wait a minute, they're not ordering a steak medium well. They bringing me chicken. So people want you to deliver just what you say you're going to deliver, okay? And there's so many, it hurts my heart when I've seen so many people go with coaches and they pay a lot of money. We're talking $18,000, $20,000, and they don't get results. Of course, you got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. I'm going to say that again. You got to put the work in. But if coach is not staying on you and you paid $18,000. That's not right. But you know, everything's going to work out, okay? All right. Now, you got to be what? True to yourself. You got to be true to yourself and your brand. And that's what we're talking about. Do you have a hot rock star brand? The bottom line, and no matter what you do, you have to be true to yourself. You have to be happy. Even the dog, your dog in your house, your cat, has to be happy because the energy that you give off, that you actually walking in your purpose, you are doing the right thing. You are servicing people, okay? Not with a motive. Have a positive motive, okay? You got to have a positive motive. Now, so you got to go through all these things to make sure you have a hot Media Rockstar brand before you even get to the radio and TV show. Now, I know we don't want to say this, but colors do matter. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, when I'm presenting something, when I'm doing an event, the colors usually have somewhere in there. It's going to have the burnt orange or red, yellow, some bright colors, unless the theme of the event is something else, like royalty. I have purple, but I guarantee red's going to be in there somewhere. Or I'm going to have a red dress on, or I'm going to have a burnt orange red. And even when I'm on other people's platform, I use this. That's when I'm going to send them a dress that's in my brand, something in my brand. So that's it's important. Now, Google, if you start now, if you just started, you don't even have a logo, you don't even have your colors, it's worth doing one of the personality tests. I have several of them, and the personality test will tell you really what resonates with you in regards of your colors. I didn't do that, but let me tell you, it would have saved a lot of time and money of going through different logos. Because if you look up yellow and look up orange, I bet you'll think about me, because it's bright, happiness, bringing joy to people, motivating, inspiring. That's what those colors mean. Bringing light to the world. Isn't that amazing? To me, that's amazing. Now, so what colors are you using? The people that's established, what colors are you using with your brand? Are you using black, gold? Are you using red, blue? Some people tell us in the chat, what colors are you using? Okay, Miss Erica said amen. Yeah, that's true. Now, if you need some help in developing your colors, I kind of have a person that actually does that for me now. If you kind of notice the pictures on Facebook, there are certain kind of pictures on Facebook now. I kind of have learned to respect my own brand. Okay, anybody with me with that? So let me know what colors that you guys. I know Mr. John Schamberger does the black and gold, and then Miss Rhonda, she says she does black, gold, white for Metro Atlanta and beyond. See, that's amazing. I like that. Because we ladies, we have to kind of put the colors together a little bit. But those are the colors that stand out for my brand. And that means that your logo will have that every time. Even your letterhead needs to have that. When I go to presentations, I guarantee the platform builder, Renee Sunday, Dr. Renee Sunday, going to be in these colors. Or if I'm doing specifically media, the Good Deeds logo is very similar of color. We bring it out a little more red lately because, come to find out, red is one of my colors. Isn't that amazing? But red means, you see McDonald's there, winner, achiever, intense, impulsive. Okay, we're getting a little deep. Competitive, active, aggressive, passionate. All that's what red, just red means. So if your logo has anything red in it, okay, this is what people are seeing. Of course, a lot of these things are extreme because competitive and being a winner, you may not put them in the same bag. Being passionate and being achiever but being competitive and aggressive, people may not put those in the same bag, worms, if you will. Now, pink. Now, we all know breast cancer awareness really has that, but it's more of a softened red. So it actually, gives you passion, purity, romance. It actually gives you that tenderness. So that when they actually wanted to do breast cancer awareness, that's when they actually said pink will be the color, because it actually gives you that tenderness, that purity. And so isn't that amazing? So look up your brand. If you already have your brand, look up what the colors actually mean, and let me know about that, because actually people have, and it's okay to change your. The thing is, they call it rebranding, but if you're gonna rebrand, you need to have a plan. It has to be a plan, and you need to do it all at once. Don't get caught up in changing from one thing to another, and and I had to do that. If anybody was following me when I first got on Facebook, actually I came on as a passion and purpose coach, which I still kind of do those things, because in order for you to do media, in order for you to even write a book or share your story through a collaboration, you actually have to have your mind right. You have to have your passion right. You actually be able to serve other people. Even with my ministry, the whole thing, I still do the same thing. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is, do you know your medium? Now, people ask me in emails and stuff, what do you mean by that? Now, look at this. What you think about this dog and the pretty girl with the dog? Any comments about that? I mean, I guess y'all could tell I'm an animal lover. I guess y'all can. But what you think about that? I'm going to go on and put this up. The thing about it is, if you look at them, they one on one, meaning they working together. They are happy together. He is her support, and she is his, support as well. I'm assuming it's a male, maybe a female dog. But the thing is, the most important thing with your brand, your medium, is what are you really doing? Is you got to have teamwork, you got to have management, and you got to research. Now, you say, I want to be a media rock star. That's why I came on this webinar. I want to be, but you got to have teamwork with the people that you're contacting. You can't be rude to them. You can't be telling them how to do their platform. That's the main thing I try to get people to realize. When you on somebody else's platform, you cannot change their platform. You're on their platform, so you need to go by what they rules and how they have things set up. Now, you got a management. You got to have some kind of management. You got to learn, like I had to do. I had to learn to delegate. Oh, my God, I had to learn how to delegate. I had to learn it. I had to learn how to delegate things. I cannot do everything. And there's so many low-cost places out there that you can outsource. Everybody know about Canva, where you can make I do some of my flyers, but most of my flyers are through my graphic designers. But I do, sometimes if I think of something real quick to put up, I do it. I usually get some of my good friends to look at it and say, well, hey, what you think? What you think? What you think? And then they actually say, yes, no, don't do that. Because one thing you can't do, and I tell people with their books, you can't be your own editor. Because you love everything you do, right? Yeah, most of the time. So you can't do that. And research. YouTube and Google, they are my best friend. They part of my family, because, I'm always on there. So I can actually find some things that I actually can make myself better, that I can actually do more for my community. If anybody with me with that, you got to help your fellow man. Now, that's me backstage. See, even though that was, I still got that burnt orange. I still got pink on there, but we had to do a breast cancer event, and that was part of the Women Die Lose, and they wanted us to kind of do some pink, so that's why I got that on. That's Mr. Pastor, oh God, I forgot his name that quick. It'll come to me. But the next thing I want to let you know is celebrities, guess where they are? Do you know the media? Where are they? They actually online. Now, a lot of celebrities are not, I'm giving you this is a secret now. Write this down. A lot of celebrities are not on Facebook, because there's so much going on Facebook. But guess where they are? They manage their own Twitter account. most of the time, and they manage their own Instagram at times. It may be 50-50. Even Bishop T.D. Jakes and President Obama has answered people on Twitter. So if you don't have Twitter, please get Twitter. Try to get active on Twitter. There's a lot of management on Twitter. If you look at the stuff that I do, I learn from the big gurus and I implement them. I schedule a lot of my posts, even my scriptures. I schedule them through Hootsuite. It's another platform out there, Buffer, Post Planner. Let me see, what's another one? And actually on Facebook itself, you can schedule posts. I mean, up to 2 years. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, I think that's amazing. So you can actually do that. Now, celebrities, they online, so you just got to see what they're doing. Of course, they are every website. I don't think it's a website out there that don't have a contact and guess what? They actually answer. People ask me, how did I get on Oprah Winfrey's platform less than a year? Being in Atlanta, and most of her stuff is Chicago, California, I'm actually part of her book club, and so she sends things out to the book club people before she sends them to the public. See what I'm saying? So anyone that you want to be on their platform, see what they're doing, support what they're doing, and sometimes it's financially support what they're doing, and guess what? You will learn something. And of course, as I said, social media, be on social media. You know, social media can have some people say bad things, but use it for positivity. Use it to be positive to other people, that you can help other people. Y'all agree with me? Let's just make social media a positive place, not that we can help people, that we can help people with their message, help people walk in their purpose. Now, the last thing we got to do is we got to take some kind of action. I mean, we got to take some action. A lot of stuff that I have done, I didn't have a publisher. I mean, I'm just being honest. Nothing against publishers, nothing against managers. If you have a business that you need a manager, but a lot of times it helps if you kind of stay active. Now, I'm a member. You can look on my page. I'm in a lot of groups, and I meet a lot of people in the groups. I'm serious. And I've met a lot of people when I've been on other people's platforms. Like with John Schamberger, I was on his radio show, 3-4 years ago, and we still network. We still actually, if he has somebody I need, vice versa, I actually help him in the same thing. And to me, it's no excuse, especially being in Atlanta, if you're in Atlanta or if you're not too far from Atlanta, that we should be, supporting each other. And that's one big thing that I do. So it does, that's why I put it on the end. It does matter who you know to a certain extent. That's how publishers work. If you want a publicist, the reason they can get to some of these big shows because they know the lingo. They know what to say. They know the email address. I mean, I'm not boasting, but I do have the PR of T.D. Jakes email address. I know the people that's on Clifford Dollar's team. I kind of, because we've been out there for a little bit with Good Deeds Radio and TV. And the thing about it is you got to be a servant. You got to be a servant to people. Not saying you always want to charge people, but to keep in mind, always, charge for what you're worth. That's we can do a webinar just on that, of how I got over of not charging people and how I got over of charging what I'm worth. Okay? Any question? I jot a question down. We're almost coming down to the end. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is, are you ready to be booked on TV, radio and TV? Now, of the things we talked about, anybody put in the chat, yes or no. Are you ready? From the things that I talked about, your brand is on point. You ready? Now, Erica, I missed her comment. She said she used ruby red and gold and black. So I like that. And then Rhonda says shades of gray from charcoal to dove for her new business. And she always wear black, blue, and black, white, and gray. And then Rhonda says amen. But put in the chat, Are you ready? And then the people listening to the recording, let me know as well. Are you ready? Yes or no? Are you ready from the things we talked about? Are you ready to actually be booked on radio and TV? Now, Miss Erica says she is. Rhonda said almost. Well, I mean, we got to be real because we only touch the tip of the iceberg. Because, okay, how you going to contact them? What you going to say when you contact them? What you going to send them? Because let me tell you, I got to give you this big secret. Do not, and I'm saying do not, send any attachments that they didn't ask for. Because attachments tend to have more viruses. And these TV networks, radio networks would not open them if you first time you contacted them and it's an attachment. Because they're going to think it's a virus. And so and then number two, they don't have time to read all that. I tell people, and people laugh at me, I send 3 to 4 lines when I'm trying to get on somebody's platform. Simple email, simple. And that's how I got the response from Bishop T.D. Jakes and also, from Oprah Winfrey. 3 lines. That's all I do. And then, okay, Erica says she's ready. So she has a brand in place. She has a website in place. She has a social media presence. So we didn't even talk about that. That's the second thing. Oprah Winfrey them looked at my social media presence. They looked at my website. All the buttons on my website work. You said I'm not being funny, but some people don't. You go to their website and it goes to 404. You know what that means? That it's not, working. Do you have products and services for people? If somebody calls you right tonight, you're ready to get on TV. So you know what to say, not sounding salesy. Because they don't want you to say, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. They want you to bring 4 or 5 nuggets, what we call them, sound bites to their audience that's going to give them value and that's going to benefit them. And then at the end, guess what they're going to say? How can we contact you? They may not even say the name of your book, but you got to know how to intertwine and put that into what you're saying. Saying something like, well, I like helping people expand their brand. And this is how I do it through my Be Seen, Be Heard, Get Paid program, being a media rock star. You got to know how to say it. And you only get one try. Okay? Now, Erica said her logo is valuable. Erica also says, how do you go forth as one woman or one? Oh, no, that's a good question. Now, let me tell you, when I first started out, I did everything myself. I had a hard time outsourcing. I had a hard time delegating. And I think that's from, and I'll just be honest, my childhood and also being a middle child. Look up being a middle. If you're a middle child, look up what Google says about middle child. That we always want to do everything, that we always want to overcome the world. And I'm right on in that. And so, again, being in the medical field, that we never trust anybody with our possessions. But now, let me tell you, my website, somebody actually updates that. Somebody, my lead pages, somebody does that. I think I still kind of, somebody else opened my emails, but I kind of still manage that mostly, because we got all these smartphones, so we could do it, while we walking, But I started off, but I can let you guys know I outsource a lot. I mean a lot, because you could tell I'm in a lot of magazines. I have been honored to be in magazines. So with the publishing company, we do have ghostwriters. I write my books though. I know a lot of big stars. They get ghostwriters to write books, but I still do stuff like that. Certain things I still keep to my heart, but these techie things, I delegate the techie things. So is that the answer to your question, Erica? I delegate. Now, like events that I have coming up, I have somebody decorating. I have somebody cooking the food. I have somebody, let me see what else. The event planning. Oh, no, I no offense what I'm about to say. I show up looking pretty. Okay, I'm going to be good. Now, the main thing in anything that you do, being a media rock star, is And you can tell that I enjoy what I do. I have fun. Fun is when you're on a radio and TV show platform, when you're being a media rock star, when you're being seen, being heard, and getting paid. Have fun. Because you're in your purpose. So it's going to be easily achievable. But it's a duty as well. Because if I'm in my purpose, I'm able to help other people be in their purpose. It all works together. We all a team here. And it's a joy. Because especially the people that have came before me. You know, I look at my parents. My dad's 82. My mom's 75. They worked so hard to get me to be where I am, me and my sister and, you know, my brothers. And so it's a joy that I can do things for them now that they didn't have an opportunity to do in their life. And then always say thank you. I always say thank you. I always say thank you. And Rhonda says, hopefully she has someone doing her. Okay. Okay, Rhonda put a plug in there doing the goodie bag for the events. Amen. Yeah, I didn't know anybody did that, so I'm really appreciative that Rhonda came into my life to take care of that. So I'm happy for that. She actually, with her business, the swag bag, she actually gets people to contribute to, you know, in the bags, and she has the bags ready for you, you know, at the event. Isn't that amazing? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have an event, you need to look out to Miss Rhonda. And Erica actually does, if you nonprofit and financial stuff. Donna, let me know what you do, Donna and Brandy. And a lot of the people has come in anonymous, but tell us what you do. So, and Mr. John Schamberger, he's a networking up in the Philadelphia area. He has a lot of expos, and he promotion that he does a lot of my promotion. So if you see me all over social media, hats off to Mr. John Schamberger for making that happen. We work together as a team, so you kind of see us going back and forth with things. Now, I truly have enjoyed this being here on the webinar. But, you know, the main thing that we do is be seen, be heard, and get paid. That's what we want you to do. I want you to have my contact information, which is www.reneesunday.com, and then I'll put that in the chat, or the email. My email address is actually renee@getpurposenow.com. I'll put it in the chat so you can have it. So if you need any assistance in the things that you do, let me know. If you want to be seen, be heard, get paid. We have speaking platforms. We have publishing company. We have a nonprofit organization. There's a lot of things that we have been entrusted to. But, you know, I always like to be, let me put this in the chat, then I'll address that. GetPurposeNow.com. That's the email address. Now, the last thing we want to talk about, you know, I always have to give you a free gift. I just love giving free gifts. And the free gift is an ebook that I have the honor and pleasure of writing, and it's called How to Land Media Coverage. So that's all what we want to do. We got to be seen, be heard. So, and we got to, you know, you want that in radio, you want that in TV, you want that in magazine, but then you want to actually get paid. So this book breaks down and lets you know some very important things that you actually need to have to be seen, be heard, and get paid. How to land media exposure. And guess what? I tell you that it's free. And isn't that amazing to get stuff for free? Wow. And so only thing you have to do is, let me go back to that email address. Let's go to that email address that I put in the chat and send us an email and let us know that you want your free ebook, and we'll send it right over to you. And if anybody have any questions, please put them in the chat. Any questions? All right. So the thing about it is, if you need anything, let me know, but send an email to Renee@getpurposenow.com, and you can get the free ebook. and it'll actually let you give you some clues, some actual tips that how you can land media coverage. And any questions? Well, I didn't mean to keep you so long. We started kind of a little late, but I really wanted to share some information with you of how to be seen, be heard, being a media rock star. How you guys enjoyed hanging out with me today? Now, again, the next time I do a broadcast, it'll be actually, you can see my face. We did this because actually just a root of thought for yourself. When you do go to webinar, it doesn't take that much in regard to internet speed, but if you do anything video, it actually, you got to have fast speed internet. And then this hotel actually, we tried it out and it wasn't it wasn't good. So that wouldn't have been good for my brand, amen, if I actually got on here being a media personality, okay, on TV, on radio, and then the broadcast wouldn't have went through, okay. Really good information, Rhonda says. Rhonda also, thank you so much. But the recording actually will be available very soon. And if you actually want the ebook, please send an email to how to land media exposure. And also in that email, let me know with the handout, were you able to answer the questions on the handout? If you need any help with the questions, I can help you with the questions. But I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve. I've been entrusted with a lot of things that I do. If you actually want to publish a book, we actually have a publishing company. We actually about to work on our next collaboration. If you know any single mom business owners, you let us know, and we can kind of get them the information if they want to actually be a part of that. It was amazing last time. The goal is to share your story and then also become an Amazon bestselling author in the same time. And we have real nice book signings. They are very nice and elegant. We put our red long dresses on. And also, I want to mention that we do have a women's conference coming up in Atlanta on March the 25th. Actually, when we get off the phone, the campaign is going to begin. Woo-hoo! We've actually had so many people already wanting to be a vendor, so that's why we're putting some stuff out on social media. But we actually have people coming from Delaware. We have people coming from Philadelphia all the way to Atlanta. We have some renowned women from Atlanta area that when you see the flyer, you're going to say, wow, this is going to be powerful. But the whole reason that we're doing it is to let women know, one, you're not alone. So, and then a lot of times men still don't put us on the same level, and we want to empower you, inspire you in that area. And also our image, what image we want to portray as being pastors, ministers, leaders, CEOs, and that type of stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to have fun, we're going to have entertainment, we're going to actually, we're just going to have a good time, I'm telling you. Okay, we have one more question, not other one for 325, already supposed to attend. Oh, wow, really? Well, we'll work it out, Rhonda. Rhonda says she already has an event on March the 25th. Yeah, actually, it comes to find out that's a night of the Stella Award. So we didn't, but it'll work out. It'll work out. So we actually, we already have put it out in the atmosphere to sell out. So, and we did that with our book signing. But whatever you put your mind to, it will happen, okay? But we want to get off of here. We're going to have the recording here pretty soon. If anyone has any questions, concerns, let us know. Get the ebook by sending the email at renee@getpurposenow.com. And the reason we're doing that, because usually other people this is a free offer for you. Usually people pay for this. So this is your early Christmas present. And then if you want any information of the other platforms that I do, the radio and TV, the programs I have with that. Actually, we have a couple of people starting out. They want to actually have their own radio show. So we actually doing programs with that. And we actually, one program I'm missing. It's the book. We talked about the book. But anything you want to talk about, if I can't, don't know anything about it, of course, I will direct you to the right people. But we thank you so much for tuning in tonight, this webinar. I'm so excited. But the key is to be seen, be heard, get paid, and to being a media rock star. And that's what we went over tonight. You got to know if you have a hot brand. You got to know what the medium that you did. What are you really doing? And then you got to know if you're ready to be on television and radio at a drop of a hat. You already got your media sheet. You already know what to say on doing the interview. You already know how to follow up with the people so they can actually invite you back again. But we're going to see you next time. Thank you, Ms. Brandon. Very good information. But if I can help you with anything, let me know. But share the information. The webinar recording will be up very soon. But have a good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye-bye. I am Dr. Renee Sunday, the Platform Builder.